Hi there, LEGO fans. I have a little video here for a project that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, or at least ever since this one particular minifigure came out. The minifigure is the Series 17, Collectible Minifigure Series 17 Hot Dog Man. He came with this nice little dark blue tray. In the tray, he came with a drink and a little hot dog with a bun. It was great. There's only one problem, is his little tray doesn't have any studs, so he can't, so these little pieces that you put on top there quickly fall off, and with any level of play, and that was kind of annoying. I didn't necessarily want to have to modify this tray, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be a new tray coming out anytime soon. So what today I'm going to try to do is modify the tray. I'm going to harvest these studs off of this particular little 1x2 dark blue plate. What I plan on doing is harvesting the studs, transplanting them onto this tray, and then I will hopefully then have a very sleek looking tray that has two studs in the middle, normal brick separation, and the ability to then clip on my hot dog and my drink, which is now somewhere in the room. So without further ado, let's give it a shot. Yes, I will be altering this tray, so if you're squeamish, there's a chance that you might not want to watch. So my goal is to harvest some studs. I am going to try to get just the little protrusive piece of plastic, the little studs sticking off of these two 1x2 tiles. These are all I wanted to sacrifice. They're nice and new, so that I get nice and new studs. What I'm going to do is put them into a sacrificial old tile that's plate that's I should have been saying plate this whole time. Anyway, stick it in here as a, this thing might get damaged, so I'm going to put it on one that I don't mind losing, and another one just to make sure I have something to hold on to. So, step one, let's try to back grind as much of that as we can. I'm going to use this Dremel, the round bit, to do some of the crude big work. With the round Dremel head, the sanding head, I got it this flat, so there's still a little bit of the surface of the plate attached. The stud is recessed, of course, and this part needs to go. We're just trying to get that stud. Down here, as I'm switching to this little diamond sort of grinding wheel, just trying to get that last little bit of plastic off, that last thin layer. Alright, I think we've gone as far as we can go, so what I'm going to do is try to pop this little guy out. And there he is. There they go. Oops. Alright, so here's our studs. So they're sitting on just this thin little piece. I'm going to use this pair of pliers to quickly separate the two studs. So we only have to deal with one at a time. So there we go, the little wire cutter aspect. I'm going to then take this one, it's already partially exposed, nice and round, it's very nice, and I'm going to take this smaller grinding wheel, sanding wheel, and get rid of the rest of that flashing. Voila! I think I got one successfully harvested stud. I'm going to go put him to the side. I'm going to do 3 more. You guys don't need to watch that. We'll skip that, but I'm going to do them right now. Alright, to continue on with the harvesting, I have now taken those isolated studs. I put them into that 2x4, and I'm just going to sand down their bottoms. Get them nice and smooth and ready for gluing. That could be it. Yep, let's call that it. Alright, I'm going to pop these out. Oh, they're fruit of my labor in terms of harvesting studs. Is 1, 2, 3, 4 Lego studs. So our hot dog guy has his tray, and I now have 2 shiny little studs that I'm going to stick on there. I'm going to use this already blue plate is a little helper plate. I'm going to stick the studs up the bottom of that and put them in here, put glue on the back sides, and then use this to make sure I can get it nice and centered. So I'm going to load the studs inside. I now have the studs loaded into the bottom of this. I took care to make sure that the line, that the word Lego should hopefully be actually matching the way they do it here. So I will put it on the tray like this. Alright, what I'm going to do is now slide this guy out of the way. I'm going to get the glue. I'm going to put a blip, just the smallest amount of glue on each stud. The biggest fear I have is that I'll accidentally fuse it to the helper plate. Not much I can do if I do that. Let's go for it. Glue's wet. Stick it on. Stick it right in the center there. Gonna give it a little pinch. Alright. I think that's pretty daggum centered. So now he's got a little tray waiting for him as soon as it's done drying. So I think the glue is dried. Let's pop the little helper plate off and see how he did. Oh, it pops off nicely. The two little studs are there. Let's try to see how it works overall, because most of the time I'm expecting this guy to have his drink and his hot dog attached. So now he can hold his little drink, his little hot dog, no issues. Let's try this out. So if I'm trying to be a little ginger here because they just finished gluing. But so that's the end result. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. You get your studs right onto the tray. I don't think I could have, I mean, that's about as good as I think I can do. Well, there you go. That's the end of that. I think that this went pretty good. As if you were to look at this with the food on it, you wouldn't know that this was modified at all. I think anybody's assumption would be is that this tray has these studs, and I think that's because anybody would assume that this tray should have those two studs. So I think I hope that Lego someday makes the tray over again with some studs, and that way we can attach this guy's little food to his tray, and we don't have to worry about them all falling off. In any event, this is the end of my little project. So I hope you guys liked it. If you have any thoughts or comments, throw them in the YouTube comments. And have the best of times. Take care. Bye-bye. See.